Alright, it looked like the program crashed on me. So we're gonna restart that. Uh, so let's start everything back over. Wait, what? What do you mean you have to reinstall it? Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, I was just playing it a minute ago. It should only take a second. Yeah, see. Discovering existing files for Factorio. Huh. Well, that's weird. Say both the streaming and the game crashed at the same time, so maybe that's why. That is weird. Reinstalling. Yeah, I want to play it, goddammit. Come on, Factorio. There we go. That would suck if all my save which just got deleted, but I don't think so. Steam actually loads it straight up to Steam. But we're gonna start a new world anyway, so I can show everybody what this game's all about. If it doesn't crash again. I want to see if my saves are still there. Sweet. Alright, so we're gonna go to a new game. And I was saying in my last video, we're gonna change all our resources and frequencies and size of everything. So I'm gonna change everything to very high. See, right there is where it crashed last time. Everything's going to high. And we're going to turn off enemies because enemies really kick your ass in this game. So we're going to change everything to very big. Everything. If we like a lot of shit in there, we like to get this game in here. Starting area, very big too. Regular, let's go very good. Everything maxed out. Max it all out. And hopefully my mic's working, I don't know. I'm going to enable pollution and enemies and everything. So we're going to uncheck all those. Let's see, there was basic, there it goes. Enemies never attack first. Oh, I forgot to change, it was that one I was supposed to change. Rich source, okay. That's why. We're going to change this to high. And this is everything, we're going to go back, do everything all over again. I actually play with some mods, but that'll probably be later on. Yeah, I can show you guys those, unless they do it right off the bat in this one. Probably will though. Like I've got it set to where my inventory is really huge, and some of the furnaces are actually electric, so that helps big time too. And some of the everything okay. And very low, very poor. Should be able to change settings to where no enemies at all, but I don't see it. Peaceful mode. Enemies never attack. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Check. Okay, so we got everything set up, and we're gonna generate. Alright. So it's gonna give me the walkthrough why you're on the planet. It's just pretty much stating you crash land on a planet from a capsule, and you're starting out. What the fuck? What the fuck did I do? Well, there's supposed to be resources around me. There's nothing there but just 4 files. What'd I do? Oh, crap. I gotta restart it. Ah, what'd I do? Okay, go back. Do it again. Resources are high. That was weird. Very big. Maybe I put none. I don't know what I did. Very big on everything. Maxing everything out. What the hell did I do? Enemy bases. We don't want no bases. Very good. Very poor on enemy bases. Very low. Put everything else back up high again. we don't need a shit ton of water because it doesn't really go away. It's always there. Take those off. In peaceful mode. There we go. Alright, let's see if I fixed it. Whatever I did, I fucked it up. And I did it again! What'd I do? What did I do? It's not starting off very good. Because everything is really far away. There's nothing around. There's supposed to be stuff everywhere. Alright. Alright, let's just do it that way. Just turn off enemies and start with rich resources. Start me in water? You can't even get off the... What the fuck is going on? You see on their map up here, it's showing nothing. This is weird. Okay, screw it. I'm loading my old game. Oh my god. See, now on this map, you see how there's stuff everywhere? That's what it's supposed to look like. And you can see my my pretty much base is going everywhere. Let's see. God, I want to start a new one so I can show you guys how to do this. This is weird. Death World. What? Rail World? Oh, it's just makes it more difficult. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm putting enemy bases. I'll just leave enemy bases like it's supposed to be. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I don't normally mess with the bottom part with the enemies. Let's try this one more time. Alright, come on. Let's just change everything all the way up. Everything. Just leave it. Alright. Let's see. Come on. How's it now? Still fucked up. Well, there's enough start. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna start like this. Alright, so you first start out with a drill, which uses coal to work. So the power for it is coal, which is the black coal here. And on your controls, you got your WSAD, which is your movement. And then E is actually to bring up your menu. So here's your menu, and the stuff you can craft. You got your boxes to store your stuff. These little transit belts, which come in handy a little later, which I'll show you, and pipes to help with your working electrical. What, Cade? What'd you do? Stop listening. Xbox. Xbox. Select. Netflix. 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 Item 1. There we go. There we go. Some of this stuff, this is for producing other things you'll need later, which I'll explain those later. Boilers. I'll see that there's well, that's part of my mod. They got a little lightning bolt on them so you can use electricity instead of coal. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my stone furnace in my little inventory down here. And I'm going to put it right, you can put it anywhere you want. And on my coal drill, which I'm going to need some iron. I'm going to set that down. See, it's blinking saying you need fuel. Left click is actually the place, right click is to destroy it, which I need to move this thing. It really doesn't destroy it, it just puts it back in the inventory. And I'm going to put it right here in front of the drill. So when the drill works, it's going to put the ore into the furnace, and then the furnace, you go use an inserter to take it out. And an inserter is these little arms that grab things. So I'm going to craft one. I see, use some of my iron plates because it starts you out with some stuff. And see, it's got these little arrows underneath it telling you which direction it's going to take the thing from the line. So, and then R on your keyboard rotates it. So you can rotate whatever direction you want to move it. So I could put it on this side, it'll put it where the arrow's at. So I'm gonna put it right in front of it. So when it's got fuel in it, it's gonna grab what's in here and move it in over here, whatever's over there, like a box, which I don't need one. And first, when you start out, you're gonna have to use an iron pickaxe just to start out. You won't need one after you get your stuff automated. So I'm gonna go grab some coal real quick, and then just mine it with the right mouse. Start mining it out. And let's see, I'm gonna need a lot. I should be building another drill. See, and it'll tell you the ingredients to make it. So I'll need 3 gears and 3 iron plates. And over on your tab here, it'll show you the gear. It needs 2 iron plates to make a gear. So let's see. I'm gonna go over here, and this is my coal burning drill. So I'm gonna take the coal, I'm gonna put it in the fuel, and see, now it's starting to work, and it's gonna produce the iron ore, and it's gonna put it straight, because it's got a little arrow, it's putting it straight into my furnace. So see, it's right there. And once I get some more fuel, I'll put it in here, and it'll turn that iron ore into iron plates right here, so I can craft more stuff that requires iron plates. So let's see, and it's burning really slowly. So I'm going to split it in half, which you can do by right-clicking on it. And I'm going to go to my furnace and I'll put the coal in there. So now it's going to start burning coal to make us iron plates. Which, see, now that thing's moving it already, but it doesn't have no fuel in it, so I don't know how it's working. And then on your keyboard, F is to pick up anything that's on the ground. So what am I doing? I need to grab, I want to make, and you got your wood, so you can make wooden chests. So I'm going to come over here, right click, and then start harvesting the wood. So now, I can make wooden chests. So I'm going to make one of those. If you left click on it, it'll make one of whatever you're highlighting, and if you hit on the right click, it'll do 5 of whatever you're clicking on. So I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna take my box, I'm gonna put it right in front of that inserter, and the mouse wheel actually zooms in and out. So when you get further in the game, you'll want to zoom out so you can see where you're at, where certain things are at. Because after a while, you start building so much that you're like, oh, where did I put that at, and where did I put that at? And another cool thing I just found out is when you pull up your map, which is the M button on the keyboard, you bring up your map, and then once you start building factories or whatever, the areas and specific things you're trying to create, you can click on where it's at, and it'll tell you, you can put a tag, you can name it, or put an icon on it, which this is all the stuff you end up crafting later, which is a lot more stuff. You got to research it, which takes these little flask-looking things. And it's right here, and these flask things, which after a while it's crazy because you need to craft all kinds of stuff to get the ingredients, but it burns up the ingredients while you're researching it, so you have to keep crafting it. So like right here, I'm just gonna put like, I don't know, coal symbol, boom, and now it shows on the map. See, that way you can find it again, which is pretty neat. Alright, so we're out of fuel, but we got some iron plates. We'll take those. If you hit the control button on the keyboard, you can actually take what's in a box or in a furnace, and it puts right in your inventory. So now I got my iron plates. Now what I'm gonna do is I need a stone furnace, and it's telling me right. Oops. See, it's when it's highlighted red, it's telling you you need 5 stone to make something, or I need a stone, and then tell you right at the bottom raw ingredients total. You need 5 to make, because it'll make everything you need to make that. So I'm gonna come over here. There's a big stone brick, which there's some over here I could mine, but I'm gonna just get this because it's right here, which I'm just right clicking on it. Get that. Now I got 20 stone out of that, so I got 20 stone. Now I can make another drill. I'm gonna do, and see, it's crafting everything right down to the left. So it crafted my gears, and then it crafted the furnace. What are you doing? Yeah, you can. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to place another drill right on the coal, so it's going to mine the coal. But I got to put coal in it first, just to get started. So I'm just going to put one in there. Now it's going to start mining. Now it's going to put it right out here where the arrow is, right underneath it. So it's going to put it right here. And all I need to do is make another box to put it in. So it's going to mine it and put it right straight in my box. There we go. So now it's going to start putting it in there for me. So now I don't have to do the work of coming over here and mining it manually by myself. See, 1. Now it's going to start bumping right into there. See, now it's got 3, 4. And it goes a lot faster than you can go. And if you hit shift, it'll take the whole stack. And once you get huge stacks going across here, you can actually hit the control button. It'll take everything that's related to the item. But I always mostly use shift because I only take one thing at a time. Oh, it's already out of fuel. I'll put that back in there. If you hit the control button on something in here that you want to put into whatever else is up here, you can hit the control button. After all, it gets pretty simple. So all that stuff is still out of fuel. And there, we're going to take that 5. I'm going to put it back in the drill. Put it back in the drill, start putting some iron in there. Now copper comes in handy here in a little bit, because a lot of the stuff right there needs a circuit, electrical circuit. And to make an electric circuit, you need iron and copper ore plates. Or you need copper cable plus iron plates, which that requires copper plates. And then down here, like I was saying about the little packs, or flasks, whatever, you build a research lab, which will help you unlock a lot more stuff as you go along. But you'll need a research lab, but then you need these flasks. And it'll tell you when you're doing your research, because it says up here, press T to start a new research. You hit T, and there's all these stuff here, and it'll tell you what flasks you need, and how many of them, and how much time it's going to take. So right up here, like to unlock the next stage, to make assembly machines where it'll put the ingredients into it to craft something else, like the copper wire or whatever. That way you don't have to manually craft it yourself, and then it'll unlock a long inserter so it can stretch it further away from where you're placing it. So this will require 10 red flasks. So I'd have to go into my menu here, and I have to craft 10 of those, but I need at least 10 copper plates and 10 gears to make 10 flasks, and I'd have to put them into my my lab once I have it out. Let's see. And as you can tell, it's getting dark. It does the day and night kind, and then later on you unlock lights and night vision goggles, and you don't even notice half the time. Let's see how we're doing over here. We got 24 in there now. That's still got 4 more iron or coals in there, and that doesn't have any fuel in it. Take half that out, because later on you won't have to keep putting coal and everything. You'll actually build a boiler and then a electrical, so it turns steam into electricity, and then you'd have to power it with coal. And you'll see. I'll put up a little assembly line to do it. Actually, let's see what I got now. It's quicker to get done, so I need copper plates. So what we're going to do is put fuel on the inserter, so it's going to put the plates in here. Oh wait, I haven't done that yet. If you hit the Alt button on your keyboard, it's going to bring up little icons and everything. Watch, ready? 1, 2, icons. So now it's showing you what's burning in that furnace, what's in that box. Same over here. So it's showing the coal icon on it, so that way you can see when you're running around doing stuff. And I'm going to hit Control, take all those plates out. Let's see what I can make. I need another drill. I need another furnace. And I can make an iron chest, which is bigger. See, it says the storage size is 72 and the wood's only 16. So what are we going to do? Oh, it's out of fuel again. I'm going to come over here and get some more coal out. I went over here to my drill, throw some more coal in it. Now I got an extra drill and an extra furnace, so I'm going to go over here and start that over here on the copper. I'm gonna have it going straight into the furnace. I gotta run over here and get some more coal. Take the coal out. I'm gonna start mining up the copper. Just gonna start throwing in there. Now let's see, what else can we do? The belt switch is pretty cool. Like, see how it's inserting it onto the chest? Well, you can put the belts on here, and you can put it and start sending it in any direction you want. So once you have a assembly line, a machine that converts stuff into something else, it'll take it to wherever you placed it at, and then take the insert is going to take whatever it is and put it into the assembly line, so then it'll craft whatever it is, and then take whatever it was crafting and then take it out, send it somewhere else, or put it in a box. We're going to really need a lot of copper. We still need some more wood, because I'm eventually going to start building electrical stuff. Get rid of all this coal crap. Get some more wood. Let's see. Okay. We need a lot of copper. Let me get this going. Come on. Oh, and then that one's out. I only had 2 in it? Oh, jeez. I'm gonna start mining it while I wait. I just can't believe no more stuff is around me. I don't know what I've been doing. Maybe it's because I have mods on. Because when I started my other world, I didn't have mods on when I started it. And then I put them on. Let's see. Alright. You can see on one of my mods, I have all this inventory space. Well, when you first start out, it stops right here. You don't have very much. Alright, take that out. Right over here, put some stuff in here. There we go. Let that go for a few minutes. Because I want to get some circuit boards going so I can make a water pump. This water pump, you put it in on the water, and then you put pipe. You can have underground pipe, or you can have straight up pipe. I like going the underground because that way you can walk through it. Because if you have the pipe outside of the ground, you can't go past it. You can't climb over it. You can't jump over it. Nothing. And then way later in the game, you see this green ore over here, uranium ore. You actually turn that into nuclear power, which is pretty badass. You make a nuclear plant, and then it provides heat to your heat exchangers, which instead of using coal to heat up the water, you're using nuclear heat, which then produces like 1,000 Fahrenheit or something compared to your 150 Fahrenheit that you're doing with coal. And then you can have a ton of power just going through everything, which you'll need later on, because you'll have so many inserters, so many furnaces, so many drills. Oh, that one's out of fuel too. That one's out of fuel. How much to get? Nothing. Split it 3. Come over here. Put the 3 in there. Alright, we got 24. That should be enough to make something. Yep, see? I can make 1. So it's gonna craft the copper wire, craft the circuit boards, the pipe, and the gear, and it made it. Bam. And we got a boiler and a steam engine. We need a lot more copper, iron plates here. Oh, alright, we got 85. Now we got 100. We got 100 plates. Right on. So now, steam engine, boiler, what we needed. So there's making that. And I'm gonna make 2 or 1. I'll just make 2. And then see, there's an electric drill, so I want to use a coal drill. So I'm gonna get my power going as quick as possible, because doing the coal thing takes a long time. I mean, you can. It's actually how I started. I did everything on coal. I had everything running off coal. Actually, I should be showing people how to do that. Because you can actually, you know how I'm putting it straight in the box here, I can put it on a conveyor belt, and it would take it all the way down and have a little inserter like this, and just be feeding all my stuff, you know, coal. Which shouldn't take me long. Let's see how much I can make. 11. Let's make as many as we can right off the bat. So what do we need now? We need more steel or iron. And make some more, and make 1 more of those. So I made an inserter and a bunch of tracks here. See, I'm going to destroy that, take the coal, and then hitting the R button to rotate it, and it'll tell you right on the far right which direction it's going, or you can just look on the screen and see it. So I'm gonna make it go all the way down here. Gonna make it curve up. Gotta get a little room in there for the inserter. And there we go. And I'm gonna have an inserter going into the furnace. And I need another one, so I need more iron. Somewhere over here. I got 12. I'm gonna take all that's in there. I'm gonna make another inserter. It's a coal inserter. Put that into the drill. Now watch this. Now I'm gonna go over here to this drill, put some coal in it, and it's gonna start dumping it on the belt. As you can see, now it's gonna run down the line, and these things are gonna grab it and throw it into whatever it is. So at first it's gonna insert into itself because it runs on coal itself. So there, putting it in himself right now. Put it in himself. There. Now it only takes 2 to feed it. And there, and then one more, and then it'll start feeding this one. This one's already got enough coal in it. There you go. See, now it's working. It won't use, it won't fill it to the max of what it can take. So what it's going to do, it's going to wait until it gets down to a limit of 5. And once it gets to 4, it'll grab one and then it'll throw it in there. It took me a while to figure that one out. I kept thinking, oh fuck, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Well, see, now it hit 5. Watch, once it hits 4, it's going to grab one. Throw it in. Ta-da. Stays at 5. Now it's on the belt. It'll start feeding itself anytime it wants. Same with this. It's got 12 in it. And then right here where it's showing I got 46 now, it'll max out at 100 and stop producing. No matter how much ore you got into it. So then you'll want another hand taking it out, putting it somewhere else or in a box, because then you can put a ton of stuff in the box. So we're going to put the box right next to it and put another inserter. So I'm going to take it and put it there. So now it's going to put those copper in there. And see, it doesn't have any fuel, so it must only give it a few seconds. Okay, so I'm going to press the F button to collect some of that. Now I collected it, and I got 10. And I'm going to put it into my inserter. Ta-da! I'm going to zoom out. You want some milk? Alright. Gotta get that baby some milk. Alright, hold on. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright. I'm really hoping this mic's working. I don't think it did. So that's out of... So I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go collect some more coal. There we go, take a lot of coal. And I'm gonna run over here, I'm gonna put some more in here. Alright. So that's how you get the belts going. See, now it's all automated. So that's part of the whole game, so making everything automated. So it'll start doing all the work for you, so you don't have to do all the extra work. Which is pretty cool. So I put the pump over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the basic pipe. And then I'll show you how to do those. So I'll make 5 of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come straight off of the pump and see how it's showing the little water drop It's letting you know it's water. If you go over it, it'll tell you how much water is in the pipe. It's showing 100, which is the max it'll go through the pipe, how much it'll hold in the pipe. And then our boiler, which it's got double arrows on each side. And so that means letting you know water can go on each side of it. And then there's one big arrow. Well, the big arrow is where all the steam comes out. And it's telling you it's out of fuel because it doesn't have any fuel in it. So you'll want to make an automated drill sending coal down to this and then inserting into there. I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm going to put my steam engine where the steam's supposed to go. I'm actually putting 2 just so I have more power, twice the power. I'll tell you the maximum power output is 900 kilowatts. And then the fluid consumption, so it's telling you how much steam per second it's taking in, and it'll tell you performance and available performance, and it'll sit there and fluctuate. And then once you have power poles up, you can click on the power poles and it'll tell you how much satisfaction it's getting and how much it's producing. So we're gonna make some electrical poles, small electrical poles. Later on you'll get big ones so you can go further. Then you'll have medium ones which cover a larger area for your power. And then once you get even further than that, you'll get these things like they're called big power poles. Well, shocker, but they take up a big area, which is it comes really handy so your stuff's not all cluttered later on. Because when you first start, your stuff's gonna be kind of cluttered because of the power cords. So we're gonna make as many as we can. So it's gotta make copper and it's gotta make wood planks. It's showing a little electrical plug saying it's not connected to any power yet. So if you look, you see that square. That's the what power it'll cover in that area. So we're gonna click right there, so it's covering both. Because when you put it there, it kind of puts a blue highlight around the 2 things that need power, letting you know it's covering those 2 things with power. And then if you look closer, you can see the actual copper wire, and you see how it disappeared. And there it is, letting you know it's connected. Later on, or here in a minute, I'll show you once you click and hold and you move, it'll go to its max length and place. So place, place, place. So that way you don't have to like sit there and guess and wait and try to get it to work. So there, put that there. So now we got all those poles all the way over there. And I got one right there. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to make a conveyor belt all the way from the coal down there to produce fuel for it. Which I should just make a whole nother drill. Take my iron, go over here and see how much copper. We got a lot of copper. Alright, take it all. So now, see, now we can make an electrical inserter so we don't need to use these coal ones anymore. I'm going to make, let's see, it's going to take a minute to make those. Let's make a couple of those. And then, sweet, we got an electrical drill right there. It tells you how much energy it takes. It takes 90 kilowatts to use. We'll make 2 of those. So see, it's making all that stuff. That's one of the things about later on, you'll have all this stuff made, so you don't have to sit there and craft this yourself, because later on it take a lot of time to craft something. Like you right now there's green circuits, then it goes to red, and then it goes to blue, and blues are a pain in the ass because you have to put those in assembly lines because it takes sulfuric acid to craft them. What are you doing? Silly. Alright, so we got our electric drill. Same thing, it's got the arrow telling you which direction. The highlighted square tells you what area it's going to cover. So if I put it here, it's going to cover that whole area. So you don't have to put them side by side, but eventually, that's what I've always done, is put them right next to each other. So we're going to put it on the coal. Put it on the coal. I'm going to put it facing out the left direction, telling it's plugged, it needs power. We need to make more belts. And make as many. I need more. Oh, because we don't have no fuel in it, that's why. Look at that thing starting to fill up. Take some. And I need to get some more iron going here. Actually, I should move this. Put it on the power. There we go. Oh, the power went straight in there. And it's got the lightning bolt telling you there is no power going into it. I mean, this is out of power. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the coal in it. See, it's gonna use that up. It's using it fast. Oh, it's because it's reaching temperature. Alright, so now it says 200. It looks like clouds, but it's the steam. It's where you want it at, 200. So then it slows this down. Okay, so now we got power going through. That tells you right down the bottom. It's using 1 fluid per second. And performance low, but that's where you want it. And available performance is what you want it maxed out at. And then you can hit the power pole, and it'll tell you how much you're using in that power line. It's using 1 electric drill, what is producing for it, and how much it's using. You want the satisfaction maxed out. You never want this fluctuating or bouncing around and in the red, because then it'll just die. You'll lose everything. And production, you want that. It'll sit there and fluctuate right here, or right down here. That's where you want it. See, now it's drilling, and it's drilling a lot faster because if you highlight over it, it'll tell you right there mining power and speed. And then the resources is like 117,000 ore in that square it's in. Over here, it'll tell you the mining power 2.5 and then speed's 0.35, so it's a lot slower than the electric wall. It's going, you know, and you don't have to feed it coal, just right in there. What are you doing? So I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna do what I was doing in the first place, and I'm gonna put electrical line right over here. Now it's connected to the power, and I'm gonna put it on the belt. Start bringing it down. Oop, I'm already out of belts, and I don't have any iron. And now I can make 10 right now. Get that down there. Eh? Actually, I can get rid of that coal. See, it's in that square, the pole, so I can put it in there. Because see, when you put it outside the square, it's gonna show the little icon saying there's no power. And then if you put it over here, it's working. And so what I'm gonna do is you can actually go right over the same thing, and boom, it gets rid of the coal one, puts the electric one in, and it moves a lot faster than the coal one. Tells you how much the power is using, 13. So now we're up to 180 kilowatts, and see how it's kind of bouncing like that on the little line here. It's because of the inserter. That's how much power it's using. Because it's staying still, and then it uses power once it's using power. See? Alright, so we got that. We need, oh yeah, connecting this down here. Keep going down here. See, gotta keep going this way. Oh, we're gonna need a lot more now. See, look, we already got a little factory thing going. Point of the game right here. Factorio. Getting it all set up. Whoa. That's going a little bit faster. Soon we can make a new furnace and it'll burn it faster. And see, this one actually, this is part of a mod. You wouldn't have this without a mod. This is electrical furnace, so it doesn't use coal. And then you go up to a bigger electrical, which is another mod, makes it smaller. You see, it takes a red advanced circuit, which I haven't unlocked yet, so I can't make a red circuit, so I'm stuck with these ones right down here. And then crafting speed 1, crafting speed 1, crafting speed 3. See, and it goes a lot faster. And then, see, you need steel plates. I haven't unlocked steel plates yet, so I can't make steel plates. Because what you need to do to make steel plates, if you take, see how it's taking it out and putting it in a box. Well, it'd take it out and put it into another furnace, and that would make it a steel plate, which takes a lot longer to craft. It wouldn't be going this fast, that's for sure. Alright, see, and these things are all powered by my coal line here. So I could just put 2 more furnaces and get this thing going even faster. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Make this go faster. So I need stone. Run over here to where all that stone's at. Grab some stone. Need 5 per furnace. I think I was only gonna do 1. I actually can make electrical. Let's go make electrical one. Once again, it's a mod. But I think they take a lot of power. We'll find out. And I need another drill. And I'll need to put one of those inserters to put it out. And another box to put it in. And someone went poop. I smell poop. Oh, geez, son. Alright. Get this going. Bam. Now let's see how much power that's using. Oh, see that jump up? Production? See, it's jumping. That's not a good sign. It's using 185 kilowatts. So it's using quite a bit. Like I said, as long as it stays down here and it's not up here, we're good. So we're still in the green. Whoa, son. We need to change that diaper. Make some more belts. And we're going to need an inserter. I'm going to point it into my furnace. So once I have a belt down here, it'll take the coal and put it straight in. See, it's almost out of coal. So we need fuel in there soon. We're close. Alright. Bring it down. Keep this going. Almost. Oops. Went off track here. And ta-da! Last right there. Look at that. Sweet. So now we have this all automated. Now this is good. That's where we want it. Just checking the power again. We're using a lot of power. You can also check it. Right now it's in a 5-second range. You can check it every minute. See what's fluctuating, what's doing every 10 minutes. So the red, or it's color coordinated. So the blue is using the most power within the last 10 minutes of playing. And you see how it shot up real high. See how, yeah, drills are using a lot of power. We're gonna have to make another engine soon. And it's still showing we're at 200 steam. So, and now it's up to 7 to 6 fluid per second per which one. So we're getting close. We'll probably have to make another set of these. The further out you go with more of these steam engines, the less power or steam is going to go to each engine. And I learned that not too long ago. That's why you want nuclear power, because it'll just pump a ton of steam and it'll produce for all your engines going. So yeah, we're using a lot of power. I must be, yeah, see the furnace is using almost as much as 3 drills. That makes sense. But it saves you on putting coal in it, which is awesome. See? Jeez. Yeah, see that one's out of coal. Later on you can actually split your lines, so I could like have the electric one split into this one, so I can get rid of that one. So I can have, 2 lines of coal go into 2 separate sections. And let's see, how are we doing on coal with that? Still got a lot in there. And we got a lot of that. Look at that, we got a ton of copper. We just needed a lot of iron. So we got 45 and 45. So we got enough to do some stuff here. Alright, so I'm gonna make a lab, like I was saying in the beginning. It takes a lot of stuff to make it. Wow, a lot of freaking circuits. Once we got a lab out, it takes power, and then we'll need to make some of these, which, see, I can make 28 of them right now because it doesn't take much for the red ones. Same with the blue or the green ones. So you need 1 inserter and 1 transport belt to make 1 pack. And later on you'll need like 300. See, this one needs 50, 100, and these are just the starting ones. This is just unlock basic stuff, like, oh, this one unlocks a lamp so you can have light at night. Let's see, get more of those. Alright, we got our lab. Slap my lab down. See, it's highlighting the pole telling you it's in range of power. Bam. And now we can get all into it, and I'll see now it's got all these where we can put them in. And I'm gonna make 10 of them. Yeah, I need 10 of them. So we're gonna make 10 of those just so we can unlock something. This one, assembly line, saves you a lot of time. You can see how it's slowing down. It's a lot slower. That's why you want everything to get automated, so you won't have to sit here and wait for it, because you can't craft new stuff until you finish what you've done over here. I mean, you can always right click on it and it disappears, but then you have to, yeah, it's a lot of time consuming. There we go. So we're gonna throw that in there. Control automatically puts it straight in there for you. And we're gonna start researching, even though we only got 5 in there. We're gonna do the assembly line. And up here on the right, it shows you can actually have more than one lab going. And like when I play, I'll have a line of them and belts on each side, and it just starts supplying it once it gets low. And it only inserts it when it gets down to 1. Put that in there. So now we got 8 in there. See, it's almost about 2/3. And once we have an assembly line, it'll show up right in here, and that's where you can put stuff into it, and it'll start crafting stuff for you. Alright, come on. And let's see. Yeah, see, here's a repair pack. This stuff is for when you're playing against monsters, the creatures on the planet, because they destroy your stuff. So, I mean, that's why I put on peaceful mode. It sucks once you build everything and it takes you a while to figure out where you want things, and all of a sudden they come in and destroy everything you have. It's like, well, fuck. You know, you have to rebuild everything over again. You could build walls and torrents and stuff to keep them away, and then you can, you know, equip yourself with guns and armor and radar so you can detect them before they come in. Because all your stuff actually produces pollution. So let's see, pollution 0.9. You know, the pollution attracts them and causes them to evolve, which gets stronger. Oh, see, now it's done. It's green. And it unlocked long inserter and the assembly machine. So now when we go into our menu again, we now have an assembly machine and a long inserter, which makes these things so they can go further than what that little space. They can actually insert something here, way over here, which you'll want later on for sure. We still need to change that diaper. Okay, so now let's see, now we're starting to be able to make a lot of stuff. I'm going to make an assembly machine, because now we want to craft these bottles without having to do it ourselves. So we need power. I'm just going to show you. I'm starting off right here. You click on it, it'll ask you what you want to assemble. It's only stuff that you have unlocked, so I don't have nothing unlocked yet. I want to make a science pack out of it. So it's telling you need iron plate and gears. Well, that means I need another assembly machine to make the gears for me, so I don't have to make the gears. Alright. So we're going to place that down here. And we need some more electrical inserters. So I'm making 5. I'm going to make 5 of those. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to click on the gears. So now it says we need iron plates in it for it to make gears. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this inserter. I'm going to have it point into the assembly machine. And it's going to take it right out of that box. Put it straight into it. And there's no power to it. So I need to put a power close by. There we go. So now it's putting it right into the machine. And see, it's already crafting it. See? Look at that. Bam. Crafting it for us. So we don't have to do it ourselves. But it doesn't hold very many, so we're going to have to put that into a box too. Or into this, which we need it in there anyways. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to move it up here. And I'm going to put an inserter telling it to take the gear and put it into that assembly machine. So we're going to do that. So now it's putting it, oops, See, now it's putting the gears right in there. So now it's 2 and 2. So it only does it until it's maxed what it can hold. So now it needs copper. So I can make another belt coming all the way down over here and inserting the copper plates into this. But right now I'm just going to take them out and I'm going to put them in there for now. Just, you could do it this way, but it's a lot longer process. So now it's making our packs for us, so we don't have to do it like this anymore. You know, I don't have to wait for it to do it ourselves. It's doing it for us, all automated. Ta-da. And as you go along, you'll have this huge area. I mean, everything's going to this and going to that and going to this. Things are going here. See how the power's going kind of crazy. So I'm gonna move that again to where I can make it. Oops, yeah, set that there. Have another inserter taking those, putting them straight into our lab. See how the power poles come out of everywhere. See, it's supposed to be putting it. Oh, that's not because I'm not researching anything right now. So it won't accept anything into the lab until you're researching something. So let's do the lamp. We'll go ahead and do the lamp. There. See, now it's inserting and it's highlighting in there, so it's saying that it's got it in there. All this is going to be automated now. Yeah, we need to change the divey. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes and then call it. But then before I call it, I'm going to jump on my other game to show you what it eventually will look like. Actually, I should do that right now, since I've went over the basics of everything. I'm going to save this just because I can. YouTube. Alright, and I'm going to quit this game. I'm going to load up my other game. And see, these are turbines, so they're a higher level of steam engine. And as you can see I got the bottles going over here. See, there's the red circuits. See how, you know, each side of the belt you can put stuff on, which comes in handy, so that way you can have, you know, if it needs two of the same things, this little arm will grab the one thing it needs and another thing it needs. So you want, so they don't get all cluttered. See, a lot of stuff's going on here. Look at that. Wow. See all my labs going and all the bottles I got going here? I actually have robots that fly everything around for you. We'll take things out of a chest, put them into another chest for you. You can set a limit to it. See, it's telling you what's in that box. I mean, oh, I finished researching. Worker speed. Alright. Alright. And see, this took me... Actually, this is a newer game. This took me 2 days. What was that? And see, I'm using a lot of power. I actually just unlocked nuclear fusion, so I actually have... See how fast my guy's running? You actually unlock power armor to where you can put stuff in your power armor. Like I got solar panels that charge my batteries. I have a personal robot port, so I have robots in there that build or grab items for me that I need. Exosuit that increases my speed or run. See, I'm running fast, and then you got your battery pack. Touch how much power you got in your battery. I mean, look at this. This is crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Look at that. Wow. Crazy looking at that. See, there's your little separators. I mean, it gets very intense. It takes a lot of, I mean, brain power to go underneath belts. It's just crazy. Let's see. This is my refinery down here. There's a trick to making this refinery. See, I had to look that up online how to make this. And you got your power cells, fuel cells. Follow our fuel cells down here. And there's my nuclear reactor right there. It's a little right there, but I mean, this little piece, I'm not even using all the power out of it, and it's producing power for all these steam engines at full power. I mean, 200 steam, boom. Like, let's see, this one's only, see, I got 2 boilers go to 1 drill just to get my 200 steam out of it. That's because I got so much power going right now. these were all down to like point 0 or 1 point something, really low. And a lot of fuel going in that thing. Wow. I need to get more of those going. I mean, furnaces, I mean, look at those. Just too many. Coppers, everything. Actually, this is one of my factories I started. Because you can have all kinds of different things going here. See, down here is when I first pretty much started. Because you could tell, because the first one you start working, see how they're all kind of connected to each other. I mean, you start improvising, changing things a lot. See, I got this stack, so I can just run over here and grab extra stuff I need anytime I need it. See, I got a ton of everything. Thank God for extra inventory space. But the trick right here is doing this double item belt on one belt. Saves you a ton. Let's see. Alright, so it's pretty fun. I mean, look at this. I mean, got this thing going way the hell. Yeah, I mean, look at this. And I haven't even got a train going yet. Once you have a train, you can have, you know, your little factory areas. And then you could really clear across the map and need something from that factory, and you can take it all the way over there within a second. And you can set up on timers. What you doing? Can you change the diaper? No, don't grab the headset. No. But yeah, that is Factorio. So hopefully that helped a little bit. Probably watch it and then probably be like, nah, I could have better. But, ooh, it stinks so bad. Ooh, need you in a diaper. You just had milk. Silly baby. Alright, so let's go ahead and stop this.